Welcome to our journey through the European Renaissance, a transformative era that reshaped art, science, culture, and governance. From the influential roles of popes and cardinals to the vibrant tapestry of popular religion, we'll explore how spirituality and power intertwined. Delve into the dynamics of urban spirituality, witness the tumult of the Italian wars, and understand the legacy of the Condottieri. We'll conclude with the pivotal Peace of Cateau-Cambrésis, marking the dawn of a new era. Join us in uncovering the Renaissance's rich and complex history. During the European Renaissance, popes and cardinals played pivotal roles beyond their spiritual duties, notably in the patronage of art and architecture. In Rome, these religious figures were primary benefactors, commissioning works that would immortalize their legacy and express the Church's power. The construction of St. Peter's Basilica stands as a testament to this, showcasing the Church's influence and wealth. The era was also marked by nepotism, with popes like Alexander VI appointing family members to powerful positions, a practice that extended to supporting military campaigns to enlarge the papal states. His son, Cesare Borgia, became a symbol of both the political ambition and the ruthlessness often associated with church leadership at the time. Pope Julius II's patronage of artists like Raphael, who painted the renowned portrait of Julius II, further highlights the complex interplay between religion, politics, and art during the Renaissance. This period of art and architectural patronage by the clergy not only enriched the cultural landscape of Europe, but also solidified the Church's temporal power, weaving a rich tapestry of faith, art, and politics that defined the era. In the history of Renaissance Europe, the religious experience of the common folk was rich and varied, blending traditional Christian practices with older pagan customs. Margaret King illuminates this blend by describing the religious life in peasant communities as a stew of folk belief laced with dimly understood official ritual and dogma. Here, the term pagan finds its roots in paesano, meaning country dweller, indicating a close connection to the earth and nature-based rituals. This period saw an intertwining of the sacred and the secular, where festivals, magical practices, and the veneration of relics, icons, and holy figures were part of daily life. These practices underscored the resilience of older traditions and the adaptability of religious belief, serving as a bridge between the ancient and the emerging modern world. The mingling of official Christian dogma with folk traditions reveals a dynamic spiritual landscape, where the divine was encountered in both the grandeur of cathedrals and the simplicity of rural festivals, reflecting the diverse expressions of faith during the Renaissance. Urban spirituality in the Renaissance was marked by the rise of charismatic preachers like Bernardino of Siena and Girolamo Savonarola. These figures captivated city dwellers, drawing large followings with their fervent sermons. Savonarola, in particular, led Florence towards a theocracy, emphasizing moral and religious reform. Central to urban spirituality were confraternities, spiritual organizations for lay people who, despite living urban lives, sought deeper religious engagement. These groups, resembling guilds in structure but focused on worship and charity, played a pivotal role in the social fabric of cities. They organized around various devotional practices, the Laudesi, who focused on praise through singing and prayer, and the Battuti, known for their penitential flagellation ceremonies. Confraternities extended their religious fervor to social action, founding hospitals and aiding society's most vulnerable, including prostitutes. This blend of piety and practical charity showcased the dynamic nature of urban spirituality, where faith translated into tangible acts of kindness and social reform. For a detailed exploration of these groups and their impact, Margaret King's discussion on confraternity foundations in Florence offers profound insights into how these organizations shaped both religious practice and social welfare from 1240 to 1499. Renaissance Italy presents a vivid picture of conflict and ambition, where rulers of city-states, be they despotisms or republics, grappled with the challenge of establishing political legitimacy amidst pervasive violence. Despite the fragmentation, these states maintained a delicate balance of power, often resorting to diplomacy to navigate their contentious relationships. The period from 1494 to 1559, marked by the Italian Wars, saw this balance dramatically disrupted as Italy became the battleground for external powers, including France, Spain, and the Holy Roman Empire. These conflicts not only reshaped the political landscape, but also served as a crucible for military innovation, notably the advent of gunpowder and the development of star fortresses designed to withstand its destructive power. Ironically, the turmoil of the Italian wars played a crucial role in spreading the Renaissance beyond Italy. As soldiers and diplomats from the north crossed into Italy, they encountered the flourishing Renaissance culture, art, ideas, and technology. This exposure helped transmit the Renaissance's rich tapestry of achievements across the Alps, seeding the spread of Renaissance ideals and transforming the cultural landscape of Europe. Renaissance Italy was a patchwork of rival city-states and principalities, characterized by a constant struggle for power and legitimacy. Governed by a mix of despotic rulers and republics, these states were often embroiled in conflict, yet they managed to maintain a delicate balance of power through skilled diplomacy. This equilibrium, however, was disrupted between 1494 and 1559 during the Italian Wars, as foreign invaders, France, Spain, and the Holy Roman Empire, sought to dominate the peninsula. These conflicts not only reshaped the political landscape, but also sparked military innovations, notably in the use of gunpowder and the development of star fortresses. These new-style fortifications, designed to withstand the destructive power of gunpowder weapons, dotted the landscape, exemplified by the Star Fortress in Nicosia, Cyprus. The Italian Wars played a crucial role in the spread of Renaissance culture beyond Italy. As soldiers and diplomats moved across Europe, they brought with them the ideas, art, and technological advancements of the Renaissance, facilitating a cultural exchange that would profoundly influence the development of European thought and aesthetics. Through the turmoil of war, the Renaissance spirit found new grounds, enriching the cultural and intellectual tapestry of Europe. The Condottieri were a distinctive feature of Renaissance warfare, operating as military contractors or mercenaries who played a pivotal role in the tumultuous Italian political landscape. These figures were often met with mixed feelings. Some despised them for their perceived lack of loyalty and the mercenary nature of their service, while others admired them as heroes, valuing their military prowess and contributions to various city-states' defenses and ambitions. Among the most renowned condottieri were John Hawkwood, an Englishman who found fame serving Florence, showcasing the international draw of Italy's wars for soldiers of fortune. Gattamelata, serving Venice, earned a reputation for his tactical acumen, and his equestrian statue in Padua stands as one of the earliest Renaissance monuments celebrating a non-royal military leader. Francesco Sforza is perhaps one of the most successful condottieri, parlaying his military achievements into nobility by securing rule over the Duchy of Milan. These individuals exemplify the complex interplay between warfare and politics during the Renaissance, illustrating how military service could be a path to power, prestige, and even governance. The legacy of the condottieri reflects the era's broader themes of shifting allegiances, the rise of individualism, and the complex nature of heroism and ambition. The Italian Wars, spanning from 1494 to 1559, marked a period of intense conflict, fundamentally altering the political and cultural landscape of the Italian peninsula. These wars were characterized by a series of invasions by major European powers, including France, Spain, and the Holy Roman Empire, each drawn to Italy by the allure of its wealth, strategic locations, and the fragmented nature of its city-states and principalities. Two long-term patterns significantly contributed to the onset of these invasions. First, the papacy's tradition of seeking outside intervention played a critical role. In an effort to navigate the complex web of Italian politics and to protect the papal states, the popes often invited foreign powers into Italy, hoping to use these alliances to their advantage. This strategy, however, sometimes backfired, leading to greater foreign influence and military presence than initially intended. Second, the marriage alliances between Italian rulers and outside dynasties further intertwined Italy with the broader European political dynamics. These marriages were meant to secure peace or protection, but ultimately made Italy a focal point for dynastic ambitions, leading to foreign claims and interventions that ignited and prolonged the conflicts of the Italian Wars. These factors, combined with Italy's wealth and the Renaissance flowering of its culture, made the peninsula the stage for a prolonged struggle that drew in most of Europe, reshaping the region's political boundaries and influencing the course of European history. The Italian Wars, spanning from 1494 to 1559, marked a period of significant upheaval in the Italian peninsula, characterized by a series of invasions by foreign powers. The roots of these conflicts can be traced back to the papacy's historical reliance on external intervention to maintain or shift the balance of power within Italy, alongside the intricate web of marriage alliances between Italian states and foreign dynasties, which entangled Italy in broader European political dynamics. The wars were ignited in 1494 when Lodovico il Moro, the ruler of Milan and a member of the Sforza family, sought to manipulate the political landscape to his advantage. He invited King Charles VIII of France to assert his claim over Naples, thus opening a Pandora's box of foreign intervention in Italy. As Charles's army advanced, many Italian city-states, including Florence, capitulated or declared allegiance to the French, viewing them as liberators or protectors against local rivals. This period saw the expulsion of the Medici from Florence, a significant shift in the city's governance and alignment. However, the French incursion did not go uncontested for long. Spain and the Holy Roman Empire, recognizing the threat to their interests and claims in Italy, also launched invasions. This influx of foreign powers transformed the Italian Wars into a larger conflict over control of the peninsula, involving major European powers in a struggle that would significantly alter the political and cultural landscape of Italy and reverberate throughout Europe. The Italian Wars, a pivotal series of conflicts that reshaped the political landscape of the Italian peninsula, were marked by several significant battles. Fornovo, 1495. This battle was one of the early engagements of the Italian Wars, occurring as Charles VIII of France retreated from Naples. Although claimed as a victory by both sides, it effectively halted the French advance, showcasing the complex web of alliances and the emerging military tactics that would characterize the Italian Wars. Agnadello, 1509, a major defeat for Venice at the hands of the League of Cambrai, which included France, the Papal States, and the Holy Roman Empire among its members. This battle significantly reduced Venice's mainland territories, illustrating the vulnerability of even the most powerful Italian city-states to the shifting alliances and external pressures of the era. Marignano, 1515, a decisive victory for Francis de Ros and of France against the Swiss mercenaries defending Milan. This battle is often noted for its brutality and the use of modern artillery, marking the return of French influence in Italy and demonstrating the evolving nature of Renaissance warfare. Pavia, 1525, a catastrophic defeat for the French, where Francis Marie was captured by the forces of the Holy Roman Empire under Charles Perfect. This battle underscored the dangers of the Italian Wars spilling over into broader European conflict and highlighted the devastating impact of new military technologies and tactics. These battles not only defined the course of the Italian Wars, but also had lasting impacts on the balance of power in Europe, the development of modern warfare, and the spread of Renaissance culture beyond Italy's borders. The sack of Rome in 1527 stands as one of the most harrowing events of the Italian Wars, leaving a deep scar on the psyche of the Renaissance world. Charles V's troops, comprising largely German soldiers, some of whom harbored Lutheran sympathies, descended upon Rome with devastating force. This was not merely a strategic military maneuver, but a calamity that seemed to echo the fall of ancient Rome to barbarian tribes, evoking a poignant sense of historical repetition among Italian humanists. They lamented the tragedy as if the city, a beacon of the Renaissance's revival of classical learning and artistic achievement, had been overrun by barbarians once more. The immediate causes of the sack were complex, stemming from a mix of unpaid wages and logistical desperation. The soldiers, starving and frustrated by the lack of pay, unleashed their fury upon Rome, pillaging, destroying, and desecrating with an intensity that shocked contemporaries. The event not only marked a significant military and political turning point in the Italian Wars, but also symbolized the fragility of humanist dreams in the face of brutal violence. It underscored the stark contrast between the lofty ideals of the Renaissance and the chaotic reality of European politics and warfare at the time. The Italian Wars, a series of conflicts that ravaged the Italian peninsula from 1494 to 1559, culminated in a significant reshaping of political power dynamics in Italy. These invasions, initially sparked by Lodovico il Moro's invitation to the French King Charles VIII to claim Naples, led to a series of battles and shifting alliances that drew in major European powers, including Spain and the Holy Roman Empire. Famous battles like Fornovo, 1495, Agnadello, 1509, Marignano, 1515, and Pavia, 1525, not only marked the military history of this period, but also the strategic and territorial ambitions of the involved powers. The sack of Rome in 1527, carried out by the troops of Charles V, stands out as a particularly harrowing event, leading to widespread destruction and the lament of Italian humanists who saw it as a return of the barbarians to Rome. The soldiers, many of whom had Lutheran sympathies, were driven by desperation, having not been paid and suffering from starvation. The culmination of these tumultuous decades was the Peace of Cateau-Cambrésis in 1559, which effectively ended the wars and marked the beginning of Spanish Habsburg domination over the Italian peninsula. This treaty heralded a new era where monarchical-style governments would come to dominate, significantly altering the political landscape of Italy and diminishing the independence of its city-states and principalities. The Italian Wars not only reshaped Italy, but also had a lasting impact on the balance of power in Europe, setting the stage for future conflicts and the evolving state system. As we conclude our exploration of the Renaissance, we've journeyed from the artistic patronage of the clergy to the grassroots spirituality of urban and rural communities. We've navigated the political upheavals of the Italian Wars, witnessed the rise of Condottieri, and felt the impact of key battles and the sack of Rome. The Peace of Cateau-Cambrésis marks a turning point, ushering in an era of Spanish dominance and monarchical rule. This period's rich tapestry of art, culture, and governance continues to influence our world today.